Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of the Professor's Picks alongside the professor himself, Mr. Ken Golden. What's going on?
Hey, what's happening?
Not much.
Looks like you got a
Might have
helper
a
there.
guest on the show today.
Special guest. That's
Special
cool.
guest, yeah. First time appearance on the channel. We'll see how he is. He's here. He's just not on camera yet, but that
If,
may
if
change.
if I brought my special guest, nobody would be able to hear me because he'd just
Oh,
be
really?
howling. He'd just be howling the whole time. So there's a reason we closed the door.
Ah, yes.
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
So
So
I
we're
got
back on our normally regularly
yeah,
scheduled talk
yeah,
slot here today. So,
yes. And I got this is a weird one. I got a lot of stuff and it's a little chaotic. It's not a typical week, but there's a lot here we'll go through. And that's a good looking guy.
this is Kai, everybody. Say hello to Kai. This is my new
Hey,
little
Kai.
buddy. Yeah, he's I've been out of the house for about an hour and a half, and he's very happy to see me. So,
That's like a lifetime, right?
oh yeah, yeah, he acts like it's a where you been. I mean, you should have heard him
Where
when I
you
opened
been?
the
Yeah,
door.
how'd you leave me? Yeah.
Little does he know I'm going to be leaving him again for like an hour in a little while, but he's not going to be happy tonight. But
There you go.
whatever.
All right. Let's run through, Pete. I have a lot of pre-orders. I
Oh,
decided,
really?
yeah, I decided this Cherry Red's coming out with a lot of stuff. And I decided, yeah, with everything that's going on with pricing and all that stuff now, let me put some of this stuff up for pre-order.
Okay.
Let's see how people react. So let's run through that first. First thing we got. This is
Gazpacho.
on K-Scope, a new one from Gazpacho. I think it's been a number of years since they put out an album. Norwegian.
At least
You know,
three or four, right? It's at least three or four.
yeah, I think so. And this one's called Magic 8 Ball. It's coming on CD and vinyl October 31st. There's still with K-Scope. Um, I guess really, I know they're very big, very popular with the Marillion crowd. Not
Yes.
that I particularly hear like a lot of Marillion in what they do, but for some reason
It's
they,
kind of like that classic early 90s UK neo prog sound, sort of.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's very well done.
Pleasant. Yeah, they're very good.
Yeah, it's good stuff. All right, this one, I don't know what to make of the cover. It's the new one from Leprous.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's a live album. It's called An Evening of Atonement. It comes as a two different versions. There's a 2 CD Blu-ray and a 3 LP vinyl set. Um, I'm just bringing at the moment. I'm just setting it up for black vinyl. If there is a colored vinyl, I think there is. I don't know if I'll bring it in as a pre-order. I'll probably just stock it. We'll see. That might change. That's October 24th. It was
Okay.
recorded in Tilburg, Netherlands, back in February of this year.
Where a lot of shows have been recorded at over the years.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Now I'm gonna hit a few of these, a couple of Cherry Red titles. So Cherry Red, as you know, they cover a lot of labels. It's kind of an umbrella, and esoteric is one of the labels. So this is yet another reissue from Nectar. This is a Tab in the Ocean, comes as a 4 CD Blu-ray, comes November 28th. So I'm going to be looking at notes. You get a 2025 remix with a bonus track. I don't know who did the remix. You get the original 1972 mix plus the 1976 US mix. It was remixed for the Passport Records. Disc 3 and 4 is live in Urbach, Germany from April 22nd, 1973. And the fifth disc is a 5.1 surround, plus you get the high res mix and they give you the original mix all in high resolution.
Wow.
So that's Tab in the Ocean, one of the great Nectar
It's a
albums.
great album. Man, it's been reissued so many times.
Well, the
Well,
whole
this sounds
catalog.
like the ultimate. If there's another one after this, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, no, I don't know what else they could,
Yeah.
I don't know what else they could possibly find. So yeah, that catalog is being exhausted.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. All right, another one from
That's a
Esoteric.
great album.
Tangerine Dream, Rubicon, certainly one of their best. This is a 5 CD set. You get the original 1975 mix, plus something they're calling a Steven Wilson mix of an extended intro. I'm not sure what that means. There's a two CD live in London from 1974 and two CDs from the Royal Albert Hall from 1975. And the 1975 show, that's with Michael Hoenig filling in for Peter Baumann. So you don't do better than 1974 and 1975 Tangerine Dream.
True. Yeah, that's the glory years right there.
That's it right there. Next one on Metal Blade, Tuesday the Sky. This one is called Indoor Enthusiast. It's October 24th. And this is Jim Matheos's, from Fates Warning. This is his side project. Now, I had it listed as CD only. And as we speak, I asked, is there going to be vinyl? And I was just told by Metal Blade, they're only making CDs. So there won't be a vinyl edition for this release. Why? I don't know. But it's not nothing like Fates Warning. And it's nothing like A through Z. It's more atmospheric, sort of ambient music. He's got Dennis Leaflang playing drums, and why can't I remember Dennis's old band, Dutch player? He played with Bumblefoot too, but I can't remember. I'm having a case of the olds.
It happens.
It
So
was
this is even different than that other project that Jim did last year with what is it? The singer from FM, Steve Over,
right.
which was kind of AOR hard rock type of thing.
Yeah, that was yeah. Well, guys
That
keep him
was pretty
busy.
good too, but yeah.
That was actually pretty good. That guy was a good singer.
He's
Steve,
really good. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, very good. Okay, now jumping back to the Cherry Red Group, Uriah Heep, The Shadow and the Wind, 1973 to 1974, 5 CD box set, November 28th. November 28th, big date for Cherry Red. So what is this? I'm looking at my notes. It is 1970. It's the Uriah Heep live album that came out. That was a double album, one with the
Yep.
black cover. Came in 1970. It's an expanded version. Plus, you get a U.S. radio show from 1974. It says film mixes used for radio. Rock and Roll Medley from 1974. Then you get the Sweet Freedom album with 5 bonus tracks. Wonderworld from 74 with 6 bonus tracks. And then Live at Shepperton 1974 with 3 bonus tracks.
Wow. Pretty cool set.
That's for my mind, that's the best period of Uriah Heep. So
I would say a
well,
couple
maybe.
albums that came before these.
Yeah, maybe. Salisbury is my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the first album through Sweet Freedom probably is their best, so that you got Demons and Wizards and Magician's Birthday,
Yeah, that's
yourself
true.
all in there. Although these albums are great. I mean, they
Yeah,
are. The live album is classic.
yeah. It
That's a
was
nice set. Yeah.
prime period of Uriah Heep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, again, I might need your help on this one. This is also from it's a Cherry Red label called Spirit of the Unicorn. Yes, this is Fly From Here. This is, what do they call it? Return Trip, I think it's called. Yeah, I'm looking, yeah, Return Trip. So this is the 2018 reworking of the
Trevor
2011.
Horn. This with Trevor Horn, right?
Trevor Horn is on vocals. It's loaded with bonus material, and so we have 3 different versions of it. There is a CD version, there's a Blu-ray version, and that includes a Dolby Atmos mix, and then there is a double vinyl version. And there's Pete back again,
Yeah.
and yeah,
I'm trying to do this and entertain the little one here. So,
sure. So, I remember it. For some reason, I wasn't able to get this when this first came out. It was difficult to get. It was sort of came and went, and they've
I mean, I got
repressed.
it when it first came out, and I remember, there were two schools of thought. It was like a return to form for yes, or it was just more of the same. Title track has its moments. I think Benoit David is a very good singer, and I thought he was a great fit for Yes. I think he kind of got the shaft from these guys.
Yeah,
There's another instance where he had this illness or whatever, and he needed just time to go recoup or whatever, and they were like, "Ah, we're moving on, get another singer." So
politics.
where have we heard that before?
Yeah, some politics involved.
Yeah, but it's not a terrible album. It has its moments. I
Honestly,
wouldn't
when
say it's a big return to form, but it's got some cool Yes moments
when
on it.
John left, they lost me. But
Yeah, I mean,
I just kind of stopped following. For me, you know, you
no
could,
John Anderson, no Yes type of thing.
yeah. I mean, it could be John and a bunch of cardboard figures, and it's yes to me. Hey, look at what he's doing with Band of Geeks. They're playing Yes music better than Yes's.
Yeah,
It's incredible,
yep, yep.
right? So, I mean,
I know
he's
not everybody's going to agree with that. We're going to get some hate comments down below.
that's okay. Bring it on. Bring it on. I'll fight you in the comments. I don't give a shit. Look here. All right, we got one more pre-order, and this is all Anthony's fault. Frank Zappa,
Yeah, yep.
one size fits all. 4 CD Blu-ray. You get the 2012 Bob Ludwig mastering. Studio outtakes. A lot of live shows from '74. The Blu-ray has Dolby Atmos and stereo high res. So um,
Best lineup of Zappa and best Zappa album of all time, right there, in
it's
my
great.
opinion.
Certainly one of the greatest, right? All right, so a lot of pre-orders this week. All right, let's get into the regular CDs. Ambush. I don't know a lot about Ambush. Ever heard of Ambush, Pete?
Yes, yes,
Swedish power metal.
very good. I have their two prior albums. Very good.
This one is called Evil in All Dimensions. It was actually Jeff and I were listening to some of it. Not quite as heavy as I expected, to be honest with you.
Well, they go for that kind of traditional metal sound from the early
Yeah,
mid 80s. Good production, great guitars, very melodic. I mean, their other albums are very good. I'm curious to hear this.
but it's just sort of funny. Look at the band photo, and they're all wearing the gauntlets and stuff, and leather, and I'm like, they look like Judas Priest in their prime,
Yeah,
and then we were listening to it, and I was like, this isn't quite as heavy as I thought, but there were some heavy tracks.
yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing that.
All right, so I have to apologize on this one because I screwed it up. This is the Asymmetric Universe, a memory, and what came after. Great Italian, they're brothers, right?
Yeah,
Um, Instrumental blend of prog metal and fusion, kind of like a jazz rock, a lot of jazz rock. So I screwed up the listing. I had this as a September 12th pre-order. Apparently, it came out last
last
Friday.
week. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So there was, and if you remember, there is no US physical release for this. Luckily, by the time everybody's watching this, they will be in stock and I'm going to ship them out. We'll get the pre-orders out on Friday when this is airing, and it'll be for sale on the website.
CD or vinyl or both?
Both,
Both.
both,
Okay.
both.
Yeah, for
So
folks who missed my review of this yesterday, I have the vinyl and it's pretty striking looking transparent blue vinyl or whatever that
yeah,
swirl vinyl, whatever the hell they call it. I don't know, but really good album.
yeah, and hey, you gave it about a 4.5.
Yeah, yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, no, it's a very good record, and I think it's gonna do well. And I have to admit, I'm a little surprised that they did not release it here physically.
Yeah, that is kind of strange, right?
Well, they're doing that also. We're taking pre-orders for another Inside Out band called Royal Sorrow,
Oh, yeah.
Finnish band, prog metal band. So yeah, it's not getting a US release. Okay, next. I'm fuzzy on this one. Dwiki Darmawan and
Oh,
Nagnoresis. So this is a new one on Moonjune.
yeah.
He's a Indonesian pianist. Usually Leonardo is pretty good at putting out like sound files and stuff. Nothing on this one.
No,
So I was surprised.
he's a good play, really good player. He's appeared on
Really
lots of his
good.
albums
I
before. Yeah.
yeah, remember I had those all those Moonjune titles for $6.
Yep.
I had a bunch of his. They flew out of here.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah. So we got Dweeky's new one, and Leonardo in the description says it has an ECM-ish sound. I know there's electric guitar on there, and until I hear it, I can't say more. But I mean, obviously, it's going to be like a fusion. It's going to have a fusion element to it because that's what he does.
Yep.
Next one, I think this is one going to be an album for Eric. from Mr.
Oh,
Pete.
okay.
Guitar player John Fadum. It's called Thankful. This one was like a wild card release. I got the description from the distributor caught my attention, and I thought, well, bring this thing in. We'll see how it does. So John Fadum, he's a guitarist for Start Making Sense, which is a Talking Heads cover band. And this is, and I did listen to some samples of what's out there. I thought honestly, the title tune I thought was a little limp wristed. It was a little too, I don't know, a little too laid back for me. But I found other tracks, and this guy plays, man. This guy's burning. So there's some really, really killer stuff. It's got that he goes for that classic 70s guitar sound, sort of like you're hearing some Beck, you're hearing some Hendrix in there, a bit of jazz rock, and even a little bit of Zappa in the playing. So it's very good. What I'm only hearing samples, and we're recording this on Thursday. It'll be out tomorrow. I would suggest that everybody hit the streaming services and track this thing down, give it a full listen. I didn't go crazy because I couldn't hear more of it. I didn't go crazy with it. I can get more. It's very much so. And yeah, so there's that. Next, the new one from Green Carnation,
Yeah, there we go.
who played yesterday at Prague Power. And if when I read online, apparently they were having some technical problems during their set. They cut their set down in half. I think they I think they played the new album and that was it. New album is called Dark Poem Part One. The Shores of Melancholy comes as a CD and also on vinyl. The CD comes in a slipcase. It's first part of a trilogy, so you have room for the other two CDs.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice thing. I showed it. I guess last week.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Next one. This is a weird one. Are you familiar with this band Greenleaf?
Oh yeah. Wow. Holy
The
shit.
head, the head and the habit. It's a great cover, isn't it?
Yeah, they haven't released anything in ages.
Well, here's the weird thing. This came out last year,
Really?
but it was solicited as a new release, so I brought it in. And I have to say, I listened to it. It was really good, really
Their
good.
last album, however long ago that was great. Heavy.
Heavy, but it's not like doomy, like it's definitely stoner,
Yeah, it's definitely stoner. Yeah,
but it
that's
has more of like a positive energy to it, if that makes sense.
yep.
So apparently it's the offshoot from a band called Dozer, who that I'm
Yep.
not familiar with.
Yeah, Dozer's great too. Yeah.
Yeah, this was
Dozer just put something out. Was it last year or the year before? I don't know. Last 2 years they had a new release. So
Pete. If you don't have this one, I think you want this one.
yeah, I don't have it, so I kind of forgotten about them.
Yeah, yeah, I love that cover art. I've listened to it a few times, and I like stoner. I like the stoner rock stuff. But for me, it's kind of variable. There's good, great, whatever. This was really good. So I went.
Yeah, I have to check that out.
All
Apologies
right,
for
next.
Mogwai, folks. I have, he's a mini Aussie Shepherd, but when he vocalizes, he sounds like Mogwai, like from Gremlins.
There you go. Next one, Primal Fear, Domination, Ralph Sheepard.
I had a whole conversation on Facebook with Jeff this morning about that. So yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah,
There
I'm a big fan.
you go. I mean, it's prime power metal,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
German
Yeah.
power metal. There you go. From Montreal, Red Sand, The Sound of Silence. Simone Caron is the guitarist, and they've they've built up a following. And in fact, they've gone over to Europe. They've played in Europe. Uh, very, very much in that classic neo prog sound, and very popular. We do exceptionally well with Red Sand, and I have to say Simone was very smart because last week Simone said to me, we have the new album. I want to mail it before August 29th because that was the cutoff with the post office. So yeah, we should talk about that maybe at the end. We'll talk about that for a moment. Uh, so here's where this week gets a little weird. I got solicited for reissues from the Charlie label, and Charlie has been around forever. Charlie's done some great stuff and some maybe some not so legit stuff. But uh, one of the things is that they own the BYG catalog, which is a classic French label, which was basically avant-garde label, avant-garde jazz, free jazz, but they also got into a lot of underground prog, French prog bands like Amason, the band Freedom, the British band Freedom, and they worked with David Allen, stuff like that. So it's kind of a mixture of stuff. They offered me these titles at great prices, so I decided let's bring them in. Let's go through what I got. I got David Allen. Now is the happiest time of your life. This was his second solo album. It was him and the Spanish band Europe. It's got Victor Pereno playing keyboards from Victor Pereno's Kingdom Come, and Sam Gopal on bongos.
Yeah.
Uh, we got in the great Gilgamesh, another fine tune you got me into. Oh, by the way, these are the David Allen CD and vinyl, Gilgamesh CD and vinyl. So this is the second Gilgamesh album. Was this basically like the sister band to Hatfield in the North. The two bands used to play together as it was like an octet, I guess it was, right? I think it was the octet. Alan Gowan was the keyboard player. Of course, he, eventually became part of National Health. But he's got Hugh Hopper on bass, Trevor Tompkins on drums, and Phil Lee on guitar. This is the classic Canterbury sound.
Yeah, it's a really great
They
album.
made two great records. And Steve, if I remember, put out a great live album, I think, or an unreleased album. And yeah, if you like National Health, Hatfield North, you have to have Gilgamesh. And Esoteric had done a reissue of it. It went out of print. This is new. This is cheaper. This is new remaster. Vinyl only for this one. Planet Gong, Live Floating Anarchy 1977. This is David Allen and Jilly Smythe and the band Here and Now. And this is, basically after I guess this is when he had left Gong and he was out there doing the Gong stuff with Here and
Wonderful.
Now band backing him. Uh, this is another great one. Also just went out of print from Esoteric. This is Soft Heap. This is Elton Dean. You got Alan Gowan on keyboards. You got Hugh Hopper on bass, and you got Pit Pyle. So again, classic National Health type instrumental Canterbury jazz rock, whatever you want to category you want to stick it in. It's
Soft
one of the
Machine
great.
Offshoot.
Yeah, and these come in nice little mini LPs, like not mini LP, but little cardboard, gatefold. They're, they're cool. So that's
I
like
think I have the old repertoire release on that. That's how long I've had mine.
that. Yeah,
It's going back to the early 90s, right?
yeah. So this is they say, remastered. I don't know. For me, remastering doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be better. You know, so and if you're a purist like me, you wind up with the vinyl. But we got the, but it's never been reissued on vinyl. Same thing with the Gilgamesh. So that's kind of nice to have. So let me run through the restocks and the vinyl, and then we're out of here. There's one nice surprise in the vinyl I think you'll like. We got Genesis Abacad, the SACD back in stock. This is the Analog Productions Atlantic 75 series. Just this is going to be the best version of Abacab if you're into it. And you want the digital version, this is what you want. We got back in the Halloween Giants and Monsters, the Digipack. Everybody was asking, is it the Digipack with the bonus track? Yep, there you go. That was in that was in Pete's Mountain. Yeah, that's right. So we did get some more in. This one I think you got also Jack the Joker from Brazil. Really, really good prog metal. The Devil to Pay in the Backlands. And then another one, which for me was a wild card pick like that John Fathom. Yeah, this Jack the Joker. So we got back in Michael Sarian, Esquina. This is for me, this was a total surprise. Great jazz rock, very, very much in the Electric Miles style. Two like very, very long tracks, like 20, as I remember in front, like a 25-minute and like a 19-minute track. And it's just very organic sounding. And it's just great. Um, then we have that's it for the restocks. All right, vinyl. We have the Asymmetric Universe. So here's the surprise: Mobile Fidelity,
Wow.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer. They just showed up backwards, of course. Now the
That's got to sound
SACD,
pretty wonderful, I would think.
yeah. So the SACD version is not available yet. I think they may have bumped it into October. I'm not sure. I have copies on order. They just announced Tarkus, so I'll probably be placing an order for that. This shit's expensive, guys. So, but it's mobile fidelity, so you kind of know what you're getting, and there's no cheap avenue from MoFi stuff. So, you want it, we got it. Then I mentioned Green Carnation, and then also Leonardo just put this out on vinyl for the first time. Softworks, Abracadabra, Elton Dean, Alan Holdsworth, Hugh Hopper, and John Marshall.
Yeah, that's good.
So, yep. So first time on vinyl, and that's what we got. So the last thing I just wanted to mention is people are asking me about different bands, telling me about bands, and I want to bring it all in. The problem is there's no mail. So somebody mentioned one of my customers, good customer, Richard Dahl. He mentioned a Norwegian guitarist, and I'm going to check it out. And I said, yeah, it's great. How am I going to get it into the country? And that's an issue. I got offered the this new Marco Bernard is part of that Samurai of Prague series. He has a new one coming out, a double CD, and they asked for an order. I gave him an order. I said, "How are you going to get it in from Finland? There's no mail." So if it can't go through a distributor, I could bring things in through distributors that I work with because we're using courier service. So I have a huge shipment coming in for next week for there's going to be some great stuff next week, crazy stuff next week. There's going to be cheap shit. There's going to be all kinds of new stuff. That's coming, it's coming by FedEx in,
Well, that's what I was going to say. So that's basically what you have to do. You got to do like FedEx or DHL International, right?
yeah, and it doesn't,
But it's pricier, right?
yeah, it's
But
well,
at least you'll get it.
actually, the truth is, it's not pricier. It's not really pricier if you're doing volume, because once you're doing volume, the cost for shipping, spreading it out over 500 CDs or 400
Whatever.
CDs,
Yeah.
and it's not too bad.
Right.
Um, the problem, the problem is if there's a band that I'd like to bring in, and I want to bring in 20 copies of their
It's not
CD.
cost effective. Yeah.
There's no way to do it. I can't mail it. So now the whole thing with the tariffs, it's in question, and president wants to take it to the Supreme Court. So,
It's going to
uh,
drag out.
yeah, and then I keep hearing all these things. I keep talking about this every week. It's because people keep talking about it. It's in the news. The whole thing with the tariffs now. Supposedly, under something called the Berman Amendment, music isn't, CDs and vinyl is not supposed to be subject to
It's
tariffs.
not. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's one problem. Nobody's told FedEx and UPS that, and they're billing me for it, and it's reflected in the price. So until they make that go away, I'm stuck paying it, and so are you. So, you know, we'll see. Maybe I'll get a big refund one day. I don't think so.
Can only hope, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. So that's what's going on. A lot of stuff next week. There's some really
Right.
cool stuff
It was a
coming.
pretty stacked week this week too.
Yeah, it's just like kind of weird. Just sort of weird the way it worked out. And I've got oh yeah, also I should Pete before you take off because I know you got to go. Next week we just got Between the Buried and Me for next week and the Orion Lucasen for next week.
Very
So
nice.
people who had pre-ordered those, uh, they'll be going out early next week because it's street date is September 12th. And
Those are
all right.
two important releases, and we'll be covering both of those here on the channel, folks. So don't fret, right?
Yeah, we I and the as far as Aryan's CD, they did not put the art book edition into distribution in the US. We have copies. So So if you want the deluxe Aryan, you come to us.
Okay. Sounds good. And if everybody asking, we showed it before, we talked about it, but Halloween review is coming up imminently, probably over the weekend. So stay tuned, be patient. Ken send me a whole box full of goodies, and I'm trying desperately to get through as much as I can, as quickly as I can.
You
So,
got a lot of stuff there.
yeah, I mean, yes.
I just watched your UFO uh, review.
Yeah,
So
that was the I figured that was an easy listen, right? Because I know the album very well. I just wanted to hear the remaster, but I really wanted to listen to the live album. So it's a great live album. So
good.
good
All
live
right.
performance by the band. So very cool stuff.
Excellent. Excellent.
So yeah, so I'll have the whole list of everything Ken showed and talked about today down in the comments below. So look for that. Lasercd.com is the URL. Of course, I'm trying to get Kai over here so we can say goodbye to everybody, but he's like a little wiggly worm, as you can imagine, a 4-month-old mini Aussie Shepherd, right? If you know Aussie Shepherds. Say goodbye, Kai. Goodbye, Kai. Say goodbye, Kai. Show everybody how pretty you are. Yes, indeed. All right. So this is on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all the
All the
damn
damn
time, right,
time.
Kai? Yeah, exactly. And one of these, you'll have to have Charlie on one of these days. We'll see if we can make that work.
It'll be momentary.
Yeah,
You'll see a
probably just like
glimpse of.
this. This is not much better. He's got no patience right now. He's like, yes, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right,
Yeah.
little man. It's the first male dog we have ever had.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, so he's
Charlie's my second.
it's me and him in a house full of women, right? So, right,
Yeah.
right, you and me, little man. That's right. Yes. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned. This tonight, we've got Four Fusion Friday coming up tonight. We've got a four square with great albums from Kazumi Watanabe. So, stay tuned for that. Very cool show. Japanese guitar fusion. We've got tomorrow is the UK Connection, ranking the songs on a classic album. We'll be doing that for ELO's A New World Record. And then I will be ranking the albums alongside Rich Catino, John Gaffney, and Joe DiBiase, formerly of Fates Warning and currently in Liege Lord of the band Obsession. So we got 5 cool records. So we'll be ranking those on Sunday and lots more. We got Hudson Valley Squares coming up on Monday, talking about our favorite hard rock and metal bands from Sweden. This is kind of like a part 2 thing. We did part 1 on In the Prog Seat. It was a very popular episode, so don't miss that. And we will be back with the In the Prog Seat folks on Tuesday, talking about a epic song battle between, let's see if my memory is working correctly here today. Gates of Delirium by Yes, Supper's Ready by Genesis, Rush, the Cygnus X1 Book 2, Hemispheres. What am I
Yep.
missing, Ken? Keep me in line here.
Tarkus. You got
Tarkus
Tarkus.
by ELP and Caravan,
Caravan 9 feet underground.
9 Feet Underground. So amazing, amazing, epic. I'm trying to keep track of him. Epic songs. We're going to rank them as we like them, tear them apart, dissect them, and we'll talk about that on In the Frog Seat Tuesday night. So don't miss that. And we'll see you soon for more stuff. I'm Pete Pardo Ken Golden. Have a good weekend, everybody. But we'll see you tonight for Four Fusion Friday. I can't even get these damn shows straight. Four Fusion Friday tonight. UK Connection tomorrow. Ranking the album Sunday. Hudson Valley Squares Monday. In the Prog Seat on Tuesday. Whew. And somewhere in between, I'll get to other stuff. So see you next week here on the Professor's Picks. Take care, everybody. Happy shopping. And remember,
Buy a lot, buy often.
there you go. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.